The diagnosis no one wants to hear: cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, about 1.5 million new cases of cancer were diagnosed in the U.S. last year alone. Cancer is the second most common cause of death for Americans, exceeded only by heart disease.
100 years ago, 1 out of 200 people would get cancer in the United States. Today, 1 out of 2 men and 1 out of 3 women will get cancer during their lifetime. This is an epidemic, and cancer, just like health, is not something you catch. It's something that you earn by the way you live your life. Unfortunately, today, the world is so toxic we're often unaware of what is affecting our health.
According to Dr. Thomas Lodi, cancer is not the enemy, but it is the body's attempt to protect itself.
The fundamental way that we heal is through a process known as inflammation. Acute inflammation, we bang our finger, we heal it. Okay. Chronic inflammation is when the process is extended for a long period of time and things can go awry. And that's what cancer ultimately is. In fact, if you take a sample of the chemicals being produced in a tumor and the chemicals being produced in a healing wound, you'll find that they're pretty much the same. They stimulate angiogenesis, which is new blood vessel growth, and they stimulate tissue proliferation. That's really nice in a healing wound, but it's not so nice in a tumor.
There are many different theories about cancer and how it develops in the body. Dr. Lodi has found that it is ultimately due to an overwhelmed immune system.
Now, the immune system can be thought of as having 2 broad functions: the Department of Defense and the Department of Maintenance. When maintenance requirements are overwhelming, there is very little resources left over for defense, and that's ultimately what happens to all of us. The same goes with cancer. Cancer is one of the end results of chronic inflammation. The immune system will protect us from that. Now, everybody makes cancer. We're all walking around with cancer cells. Whether or not we develop a tumor depends on the function of our immune system.
Our healthcare system defines health as the absence of disease. Dr. Lodi believes health is our birthright.
Well, health is not the absence of anything, it's the presence of something. It's the presence of the ability to regenerate, rejuvenate, and procreate. To say that health is the absence of disease is like saying that light is the absence of darkness. How much darkness would one take out of the room before they would find the light? It's an absurd thought. The opposite is the truth. Disease is the absence of health. Darkness is the absence of light.
An Oasis of Healing, located in Mesa, Arizona, provides patients with a truly comprehensive approach to cancer treatment, which incorporates every aspect of each discipline, including but not limited to conventional and alternative medicine that has been proven effective. Dr. Lodi's comprehensive cancer care program includes 3 pillars: teach patients how to stop making cancer, target and eliminate cancer, and rebalance and enhance the immune system. If just eliminating cancer was the solution, then the cure rate for cancer would be much higher. Dr. Lodi believes that a truly comprehensive cancer treatment program must address how to keep the cancer from coming back.
Since cancer is one of the consequences of chronic inflammation, the causes or disturbances which produce chronic inflammation must be removed. Those disturbances are called toxicity. Secondly, all the appropriate raw materials necessary to make new healthy cells must be provided through nutrition. And of course, the avoidance of all toxicities. Finally, emotional conflict must be resolved, adequate sleep and adequate exercise must be obtained.
At An Oasis of Healing, there are 2 therapies specifically used to eliminate cancer cells.
In order to eliminate cancer with minimal side effects, one must understand the biochemistry of cancer. Cancer requires 19 times more glucose than the average cell. Therefore, by giving a little bit of insulin, we can open the door and allow that 10% dose of chemotherapy to go straight in. This is called insulin potentiation therapy, or IPT. Secondly, using high doses of ascorbates intravenously or vitamin C, we can kill the cancer cells and produce nutrition for the healthy cells.
According to Dr. Lodi, those diagnosed with cancer must understand that in order to be restored to health, whatever factors were involved in the development of cancer must be eliminated. All factors required for healing must be brought into play, and the disease itself must be eradicated in such a way as to not produce more toxicity or impairment.
Once cancer has been eliminated, the trick is to keep it gone, and that can be accomplished by having an optimally functioning immune system. In order to stimulate the immune system and enhance it, one must do all the steps talked about in Stop Making Cancer, in addition to oxidative therapies such as ozone, which stimulates cytokine production, interleukin production, as well as all the medicinal mushrooms such as shiitake, maitake, coriolis, agaricus.
Dr. Lodi wants people to know that while great strides have been made in the treatment of cancer, the main health goal we should have is preventing cancer in the first place.
Bottom line is that health is the optimal functioning of the organism, which can only occur when that organism lives within the natural laws that govern its biology, which is what we see in the wild animals, who die from two conditions. They either starve or they have trauma. We, on the other hand, die from thousands of reasons, and that's because we live in artificial worlds. So, by living according to the natural laws which govern our biology, we will have a long life of uninterrupted health and vigor.
An Oasis of Healing is a comprehensive cancer care center. To learn more about An Oasis of Healing, call today or visit stopmakingcancer.com.